Hello, friends. I am so glad that you've joined me for chapel. I'm Mother Sylvia. Let's sing. God welcomes all, strangers and friends. God's love is strong and it never ends. God welcomes all, strangers and friends. God's love is strong and it never ends. God's love is strong and it never ends. We come to chapel to remember that, to let God's love and peace fill us up from the tops of our heads to the tips of our toes, so that we can share that peace with one another and with the whole world. God's love and peace are always around us, but we have to take time to stop and be ready to receive them. When we come to chapel, we can get ready with our eyes. We can look for the colors. Today, there is still a lot of green, reminding us we are still in that long, great green growing season in the circle of the church year, the season of creation. Icons can also help us get ready. By now, you know this icon, the icon of Jesus welcoming the children. Jesus' friends said that he was too busy for children, but the fact is, Jesus was never too busy for children. Jesus told the grown-ups unless they changed and became like children, they would never enter the kingdom of heaven. Candles can also help us get ready. We can light them or just turn them on. The light of the candle reminds us of the light of God's love, which is inside us and all around us. Sometimes smells can help us get ready because they help us remember to breathe. The frankincense and the myrrh are fragrant oils. He smells so good. The sound of the bell can help us get ready, can wake up our ears and remind us to listen for God in the sounds and in the silence, because God is in both. The rock reminds us that we all have things that feel hard or rough or heavy sometimes. Sometimes we have to stop and notice what's feeling hard before we can gently set it down and ask God to help us. Sometimes singing can help us get ready. The ancient Hebrew word for peace is shalom. We can remember it this way. Shh. Oh. Try it with me. Shalom, my friends, shalom, my friends, shalom, 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 my friends, shalom, my friends, shalom, shalom, shalom to the chapel, shalom, Mother Sylvia, shalom, shalom, shalom to you, shalom everybody, shalom, shalom. Now gather God's peace and love, which is all around you. Rub a little bit in between your hands, and when you feel it grow nice and warm, bring those hands up to your head and let the peace of God fill your thoughts and your mind. Gather God's peace, which is always around you. Rub it together between your hands, and when your hands grow nice and warm, bring your warm hands to your heart. Feel God's peace fill your heart. Gather God's peace, which is all around you. Rub it together between your hands, and when your hands grow nice and warm, bring them down to your belly or your legs, or whatever parts of your body need a little more peace and love. And feel God's peace fill your body and your heart and your mind. Breathe in God's peace and breathe out God's peace. And now we're ready to listen to a story. In the church, we have this big golden book which is full of stories from the life of Jesus. But God doesn't only speak to us through these Bible stories. God speaks to us through everything, all the time. Today, we're going to listen for God speaking to us through this book, which is also a song, What a Wonderful World. The pictures are from Ashley Bryan. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, bright blessed days, dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I wonder what part of that book you liked the best. What wonderful things can you find in this book? What wonderful things can you find in this world? I wonder what wonderful things you see in your classroom today, or your house, or outside. Indeed, the world is full of wonderful things, but we have to stop and pay attention. God speaks to us in stories, and God listens to us. God listens to us when we pray. I have another candle, and this is my prayer candle, and I'm putting it in this gold candle holder because I know that prayers are more valuable and precious than gold. A prayer is anything we decide to share with God. A worry or a hope or a thank you or an I'm sorry. We can share prayers for ourselves or for other people or for animals, for anything in the world. What would you like to pray for today? I invite you to hold your prayer candle and hold your prayer in the light of God's love while I sing. God creates life. Life beholds beauty. Beauty begets love. Love is the life of God. God creates life. Life beholds beauty. Beauty begets love. Love is the life of God. Now draw that prayer into your heart and then lift it up to God, knowing that God will draw that prayer into God's heart. And now, as we get ready to move on from chapel time to whatever is next in our day, we'll share one more song. Once more, gather God's love and peace, which is always surrounding you. Rub it together until it grows warm. And when you can feel it warm in your hands, open your arms in this ancient posture of prayer and blessing, and let that love and peace that filled you up flow out of your hands to fill your school and your house and our whole world to the ends of the earth. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the love of God surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Go in peace, and I'll see you soon.